So it may not be just Hunter Biden who is under investigation. Senate Republicans also looking at the president's brother, James, and his business dealings in China. They say bank records show Hunter and James Biden got millions of dollars from companies that are, quote, effectively an arm of the Chinese government.
What's concerning to us is there any sort of blackmail opportunity for China against the United States because of those close working relationships? I say it's concerning. We don't have any records that would prove anything along that line.
Okay, so he says it is concerning. Senator Grassley, let's bring in Mollie Hemingway, senior editor of The Federalist and a Fox News contributor and author of Rigged, How the Media, Big Tech, and the Democrats Seized Our Elections. Mollie, good to have you with us today. Thanks for joining us. I want to just put up this quote by Andy McCarthy, who wrote this piece talking about the questions that the media needs to start asking about Hunter Biden and his dad. And it says, Biden insists, this is the end of this quote, if we want to go through the next page, Biden insists China is not a threat. Against that backdrop of the Biden administration appeasement, he writes, we now know that people and entities closely connected to the Chinese regime paid the Biden family millions of dollars over the last decade. So these are the questions, Mollie, that you've been asking. You know, now other reporters are starting to get on that bandwagon.
Yes, it is. This is exactly why this story is important, and it's why Senators Johnson and Grassley have been investigating this. They have a reputation for being really good investigators with tenacious research staffs. They're not just throwing allegations out there, they're actually going through government documents and receipts of these transactions, and they are pointing out that there are issues where it does intersect with Biden administration policy. So members of the Biden family have been getting millions of dollars from foreign oligarchs for many, many years. And the question really needs to be for Americans, does this relate to why the Biden Department of Justice canceled a program to investigate espionage by Chinese communist agents? There was a robust program that had been put in place by the Trump administration. They recently tore that program down. Is it because of these relationships? Is that why the Biden administration is pushing for electric vehicles, because of the financial interests in play where the Biden family business gets a lot of money in exchange for working with these communist Chinese affiliated businesses that have an interest in electric vehicles? So it's very important for the American people, not just as a standard corruption story, but how it relates to our foreign policy and domestic policy as well.
Yeah, here's a quick soundbite from Ann Applebaum at The Atlantic saying that, you know, here's why she thought this was a big nothing.
Do you think the media acted inappropriately when they instantly dismissed Hunter Biden's laptop as Russian disinformation?
My problem with Hunter Biden's laptop is I think it's totally irrelevant. I mean, it's not whether it's disinformation or, I mean, I don't think the Hunter Biden's business relationships have anything to do with who should be president of the United States. So I don't find it to be interesting. I mean, that would be my problem with that as a major news story.
I guess she doesn't understand the connection between the companies that he was actually dealing with and why there would be a danger there, especially given his own behavior patterns and the potential for blackmail.
Well, Ann Applebaum participated in various disinformation operations, including the Russia collusion hoax, which she helped perpetrate. She also was one of the people who amplified this talking point that the laptop was Russian disinformation. That was false. And I want to point out, we are in a conflict right now. We are supporting Ukraine as they defend against this unjust attack by Russia, where our president falsely accused Russia of engaging in a disinformation operation to meddle in the 2020 election and the 2016 election. This has massive consequences.
Indeed. And Hunter Biden's being investigated for tax violations, money laundering, and being a foreign agent. All of that is going on in the Delaware court systems right now and being investigated here as well at the federal level. Mollie, thank you. Great to see you. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.